Good morning from Yaoundé in Cameroon, where I am now just about ready to leave this very comfortable hotel, where I have spent the past few days editing videos and relaxing a little bit. Now I should explain that all along this trip, I don't have this written down, but in the back of my mind I have a sort of average I need to do per day in terms of distance in order for me to be able to reach Cape Town. And well, since I was sick, that average has been looking pretty bleak. However, I have also been told that from where I am now in Yaoundé and pretty much all the way down to Angola, the road should be very good. So I think I will revert back to speed and power and just try and cover as much distance as possible in the next few days. Let's go.
It means the camera. Okay, that's ready.
Good morning from the small town of Jum. I guess that's how it's pronounced. While I am just sort of speed and powering my way through Cameroon, and I could have made it slightly further yesterday, one thing I found myself stuck with since I left Benin was a bunch of West African CFA, which nobody wants. So I asked in the group chat for African infos if anybody was heading the opposite direction and needed some cash. And well, I was saved by Daniel from Colombia.
Hey guys, what's up? Yeah, lucky guy. But I was saved too because I need that currency up there.
Oh, true. I saved Daniel. Obviously, that's how it works. But well, Daniel is slightly more ambitious than I am, because while I am just going Copenhagen to Cape Town, he is going
around the world. This is my 32nd country. I've been 5 years on the road. I basically live on my motorcycle. But it's pretty awesome to meet guys like this crazy gentleman right here, because that way you know you're not as crazy as other people.
But talking about living on your motorcycle, like that one is so big that you could basically live inside it though.
That's what she said.
Anyway, I think it is time to hit the road. Daniel has a proper long ride to do today, I think, what,
Yeah.
12 hours?
Thank you, African bureaucracy, for the ride I have to do today, because I gotta leave this country in a day. But it is what it is.
And well, he crossed into it yesterday evening. So he's gonna cross all of Cameroon pretty much in one day.
Yeah, 24 hours.
Yeah.
Very crazy. It is what it is.
That sounds terrible. But I will just be heading down to Congo, so I only have, what, 6 or 7 hours ride today?
Yeah.
Yeah.
To Congo, it's like an hour, 30 minutes. Let's say 2 hours.
Yeah.
And then in Congo, another 4 hours, and you're good.
Cool.
Yeah, good
So,
luck.
not too bad for me then. But let's get going.
Text me, alright?
Thanks, you too.
Enjoy, man.
You too, safe travels. Well, very nearly 200 kilometers just flew by on a very nicely paved road through the jungle, passing through small villages, and 90% of the time I think I had the road completely to myself. Really not much traffic out here. And now I just pulled over at this fuel tank, which I think is the last one before the border. Border's very close down that way. And I've heard that there aren't that many fuel stations in Congo, so I kind of want to fill up before I cross. But then I got here and the pump guy isn't here. So somebody else told me that he'll be here in 10 minutes. So yeah, nice start to the day. The pump attendant actually arrived here quite quickly, but then there was no electricity, so they couldn't pump the gas. And he said that would be 10 minutes. That is now definitely more than an hour ago. And I guess 10 minutes ago he said it would be 1 minute. So we might be approaching something here. But that's the sort of interesting thing, like everything is so slow. And me with my perhaps slightly too Western mindset, I'm the only person to be frustrated by this. Like, I'm trying to just stay calm and relax it, but I do find it annoying because I would like to move on and get to Oando before it goes dark. But nobody else here is bothered. Like, they just chill. Yep. Let's go. Well, at least the border crossing was quite easy. It took about 40 minutes. And now I have just rolled away from customs, so I can finally say, welcome to Congo. And just like on the Cameroon side, this road is pretty much perfect and completely deserted. So I will take advantage of that and just get to Oando as fast as possible. I was being very clumsy, so I put my Insta360 in a different pocket than I used to try and let it cool down, and then it fell out while I was doing 100. So now I have half the village out here with me trying to find it. We found the sleeve, so it must have been flung out of that one. I'm terrified I'm never gonna get it back. Well, it's not looking great. They just found this. Oh, you got it! Awesome, awesome. Yeah. Thank you so much, Mama. Thank you guys so much. Hello, from the Republic of Congo. This should have been good morning, as I have a long ride to do today. But when I got up early, I went downtown, got myself a new insurance policy, because I needed that. Took some time, then I came back to the hotel and spent quite a while being locked inside a bathroom with a broken door handle. So, now I have 6 hours until it goes completely dark, and I have about 600 kilometers to do. So I really don't know how far I'm gonna get. Luckily, Congo seems to have good roads, so let's hope that it keeps being like that. And yeah, let's just get going. Munch some miles. The people here in Congo are so chill. I was just riding along and it started raining, as it does. And came past this village, rolled in, was immediately pointed towards a shelter. So now I'm just hanging out with the locals and smoking some ciggies. And also it just feels so nice when the rain comes and cools everything down a bit. It's kind of a weird country, Congo. Sort of, in many ways chaotic, and they've had the same leader for 40 years, and it's very poor. And then in the middle of these sort of mud huts and whatnot, you just have a modern colonial road.
Ah, bedame. Du kommer en Congo. Si un peu cubano. Ah, ya está pasando en Indonesia. You.
Well, it is still raining a little bit, but not too bad. However, I pulled over here because I felt like something was off. Something felt weird on the bike. And it turns out that, well, all the way through, the meter tire wears very quickly. The last few millimeters wear extremely quickly. That happened in no time at all. The nearest bike mechanic is 570 kilometers away. Good morning from the small town of Owando in Congo. Well, I just decided to stop here yesterday because it was the last town which had a hotel which I was able to reach, going very, very slowly on my completely ruined back tire. And, well, I'm still trying to work out what to do about it, because I think it is pretty much guaranteed that that tire will not stay inflated for another 500 kilometers. So now I am out for a little walk, where I'm just gonna try and see if I can find a local mechanic. There's no way he's gonna have proper tires, but I don't know, maybe I can find some cheap Chinese rubber to put on there, and well, that might take me to Brazzaville, where I might be able to find a proper tire. I'm not too hopeful about it though, but yeah, let's just see. And also, another thing, yesterday I crossed the equator, so I am now officially in the southern hemisphere, which is kind of cool, but the sun is incredibly intense. I can feel it burning the second I step outside. I'm a semi-ginger. This is not my home turf. Hello from Owando, where I still find myself without a tire. However, yesterday I found a friendly mechanic, and him, in collaboration with the woman running this hotel, spent more than 5 hours with me trying to get our hands on a tire. 5 hours of lots and lots of waiting, lots of back and forth, and lots of phone calls. And in the end, I think we've ordered one from some Chinese brand. I've never heard about it, but judging by the pictures, it should fit my bike, and frankly that is all that matters by now. So I just gave 60,000 of the Central African CFA to the woman at the hotel, and I hope she transferred them to the right person, and then apparently the tire should be here later today. I don't want to get my hopes up too high because this sort of thing is just so difficult out here. But while we wait for it, I figured let's try and go to the main market of Owando and do a little tour of that. What a place and what a smell. So I guess if you live in Owando, this is where you come to buy your food and your clothes and I guess pretty much everything else. I actually came here yesterday too, and then they had a few more crocs than they do now. But it seems sort of everything wild which has been caught and is being sold in markets or prepared in restaurants is just referred to as bushmeat. So I guess if you order bushmeat in a restaurant, you'll just get whatever they got from the forest or the river. And a bunch of dead monkeys. Now, the woman selling those wouldn't, or she would let me film them, but she wouldn't want to be in the picture too, I guess, because capturing them is probably against the law. But, well, that's the thing about law enforcement around here. It doesn't really exist. Now, I just saw, I guess, late teens girl in skinny jeans, looking quite modern, walking away from here with a plastic bag, which had a monkey's tail sticking out of it. Such a lively place. From down here, upstairs seems to be a bit empty, but let's go and check it out. It's just around 12 noon now, so in the street there are lots of children in school uniforms on their way home, I guess. And well, perhaps if they're lucky in the evening, they can go and play some PS2. And that was the market of Oando. I will now go and find myself some lunch and go back to the hotel and wait for my Tyre to hopefully arrive. It's interesting. In quite a lot of places I have seen that sort of heavy-duty construction equipment just lying around abandoned. And of course, yeah, Congo has very good roads, and they were not built by Congo. Actually, a guide told me they were built by France, but when I read up on it, it looks like they were built by China, which is by no means unprecedented. There are lots of Chinese infrastructure projects around all of Africa. In particular, it was clear to see in Guinea. So I guess a few years from now, Guinea might be like here in terms of roads. But then what happens when those roads are completed is that all the heavy equipment is just left behind. Yesterday, no, 2 days ago, I passed through several fields filled with diggers, excavators, all kinds of stuff, just rotting away. And as far as I know, these roads are 5 years old or so. So I guess all that stuff has probably just been sitting there for 5 years, and nobody seems to have any interest in it. Well, surprise, surprise, the Tyre is delayed. So now they're saying that it will arrive sometime tomorrow. So I went back to the hotel where I'm now sitting in the terrace, having a beer and an omelette for lunch, and I think I will soon take a nap and just accept the pace around here.